Good morning, guys. It is 6:25 a.m. and I thought I'd take you guys through a quick morning kind of routine, I guess routine-ish, because every morning starts the same at 6:15. Oh, by the way, hi, Kim from Kim on a Whim here. Welcome to my channel if you're coming back or new, either one. Hope you stick around for a little bit and go through kind of my morning routine-ish. Some things are always the same. 6:15 the alarm goes off. 6:25 I try to get in the kitchen to get everything started. I really shouldn't be doing the snooze thing, but I look forward to that little snooze that I get. Like that 10-minute snooze. It's a 5 and 5. But yeah, I mean, you're not really asleep. But I can't break that habit for some reason. But anyway, I'm starting out in here in the kitchen. Nick has his breakfast, Mia has her breakfast, and now it's just me packing up a lunch for Nick so that he can take it to school. And it's usually leftovers. I have a little thermos bottle that I give him. I'm just heating up some spaghetti meatballs, getting some cheese grated, and that way he can have a pretty good lunch. I would think. I would like somebody to pack this lunch. Then I go and do a quick get ready, and it's literally brushing my hair, getting dressed. Sometimes I get mascara on. This time, however, not. It just wasn't in the timeline. Maybe I shouldn't have hit that extra snooze button and I would have been able to at least put my eyes on. But we're going to get ready, we're going to get going, and let's get the day started.
On and on and on it goes, swinging down in life, you know, we know that for a minute. Yeah. Hey, would you rather stay right here, make everything disappear? Can play my favorite song, put your rose-colored glasses on. What if we stay right here, make everything disappear? Lay low in the beachy sun, put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah, put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. It's a good life, sitting on the front porch, sipping on the rocks. Citrus in our beverages, citrus in our beverages. Show only the good sides, always pretty smiles are covering her faces. You know it is all lies, you know it is all lies. Hey, would you rather stay right here, make everything disappear? Can play my favorite song, put your rose-colored glasses on. What if we stay right here, make everything disappear? Lay low in the beachy sun, put your rose-colored glasses on.
So 7:10 is usually when I like to be out the door. However, realistically, it's not until 7:15, but that's okay. As long as we're out by 7:15, we're good. So now I'm back from drop off and I'm just going to throw a load of laundry in. I figure it can, get in the washer. That can be working while I'm doing more like hands-on kind of stuff and trying to get everything cleaned up. And a little tip, it is chapstick season. So check those pockets, because I made the mistake of the last load of laundry of not checking a pocket, kind of just throwing it in, only for there to be a chapstick in one of the pockets, which made its way into the dryer, which then made little spots on one of my husband's work shirts. Still working to get that out. If I find a solution, I will definitely let you guys know. But yes, please check those pockets. If you have tweens and teens, you know what I mean with the chapsticks. You find them everywhere. So here we're just going to throw in some laundry. This night I had to get, or this day I had to get Nick's work shirt done and my husband's work shirt. So that's what we're going to do now.
Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. You better join in. You better grab that tambourine. Bring the bass, we might be wicked. We may be forced to cause a scene. Make some trouble, baby. Ooh.
So the drain board is all cleared off, and now it's time to get to the dishes that have been sitting overnight. I know some people are like completely driven crazy about dishes being in their sink. And I mean, I get it, because you walk by it in the morning, you're like, ugh, I gotta do this. But the night before, I got to hang out with Mia, Nick, and my husband, and rarely anymore it seems like we're all home at the same time. Nick's got his school and then his work. Mia's got school and work. My husband's like all over the place with his hours. Like some nights he's at work, some nights he's home. So when I get the chance to have everybody at home, I'm taking advantage of that. And if that means the dishes are sitting in the sink overnight, then so be it. I will rinse them, like I'll rinse everything down and just let them sit, because honestly, I'd rather be hanging out, watching a movie, or just chit-chatting about like, their day, our day, even the last few days, because sometimes there'll be a couple days like, we're kind of all just passing through. So, yeah, I'd rather just hang out with them, and that's okay. Like, you do what works best for you and your family. And right now, it may be dishes that are just sitting in the sink overnight, but they'll eventually get done. That's the thing. Like, it eventually all gets done. For instance, this day, everybody went to work, everybody went to school. I came back from drop off, and I'm like, all right, time to get my dishes done. And that's okay.
And days turn into nights on the couch in your apartment. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed. Every day, 24/7, you call my name, and I will come running. Yeah, every day, 24/7. Yeah, every day, I will come running, babe. Every day, yeah, every day, babe. Used to be scared of letting someone get close without the filters, but you see the real me. Since I let you in under my skin, I'm more free than I have ever been. You broke my chains and released me.
So this day we had nice bright sunshine, so I figured shut the lights off because I don't need them, and open up my curtains. And I try and do this every morning when we have bright sunshine, only because it helps not only to brighten the house up and I don't have to have all my lights on, but also to kind of get a little more heat in the house. So maybe I can turn my thermostat down a little bit, because man, our heat's been running a lot. We've been having some pretty cold days. Today, as I'm doing this voiceover, we have snow on the ground, which is kind of neat. I mean, I love to have a really big snowstorm. This snowstorm wasn't that big, just enough to like coat everything. And I think they said we got like 6 inches or something, but I do once in a while like to get like those really big snowstorms where we're getting like a foot of snow or more. Rarely happens, but it is always fun when it does. And even though my kids are older, I will still make them go out sledding just because I think it's fun. It's not fun to be standing in the cold, and like today it is bitter cold, so I'm feeling for those parents in my area that have to go down to the hills so they can do some sledding, because I think they said wind chill right now, it's like 6 degrees, and that is, oof, that's rough. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day where you are, whether it be sunny or snowy, either one. But now I'm just going to move on to folding some of the towels that were left in the dryer from the night before. I tend to leave things from the night before, don't I? I'm seeing a pattern again here.
Making moves, trying to get away from this life I'm living. Same old things every day, wanna change this feeling. Wasting no more time, don't care about what you're saying. Try to keep me down, no time for all your playing. Yeah, even if you doubt me now, you should know I don't care about the things you say.
So towels are now folded and put away, and I'm just going to come back in here and just do a quick straighten up of the room. Kind of put the pillows where they belong, fold up some of the throws and the little blankets, because like I said, it's been chilly, so everybody's been kind of putting the blankets around them, especially on the leather sofas. I love the leather for the ease of cleaning, but oof, man, leather in the winter is really frigid. That's why I got those windows open, try and get that sun to beat in on those leather sofas, get a little bit of warmth in this house. But I'm going to do a quick tidy up, do a quick vacuum, just to try and get this looking somewhat straightened up.
Tell me now, you should know I don't care about the things you say. Yeah, I don't even know what I want no more, no more, no more. Yeah, I'ma figure out what to do with all my time, my new life. Yeah, I don't even know what to do right now, right now, right now. Yeah, I'ma figure out what to do with all my time, my new life. Yeah, I don't wanna try again, try again, try again, try again. I don't wanna try again, try again. I don't wanna.
So on the one chair here under the window, you'll see that I still have my red throw down. I usually only keep that up around Christmas time, but this time I was like, hey, you know what? I could use that if I decide I wanted to decorate for Valentine's Day. I haven't decorated for Valentine's Day in a while. I used to just decorate my window for all of the holidays, like the St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, Easter, like all of that kind of stuff. I would just do my windows. And that was only because, like I've said before, I don't have a lot of room to store things, and everything that went on the window was kind of flat, so I didn't need a lot of room. But this year I've been considering doing Valentine's Day decorations, but then I go back to my mindset of, listen, I don't have the room to store this kind of stuff. Like the number one deterrent for me in buying anything in a store is, where am I going to put this after I'm done with it? Like decoration kind of stuff. And that's like my one always, okay, if I buy this and I use it and then I need to store it, where is that going to be? It's like, it drives me crazy sometimes. But then again, it keeps me from buying too much, and honestly saves me money because I'm not decorating. But I guess let me know in the comment section down below, are you guys decorating for Valentine's Day or not? I'm still debating, but we'll see. Now, I finally get to sit down and I'm having a little glass of iced coffee today, but it doesn't last long, because as soon as I sit down to get a couple sips and ponder a little whether I'm going to do Valentine's Day, the washer goes off. So time to switch the wash into the dryer.
Guess I'm not the lucky type. Trust me, you don't wanna know how it's night after night, night after night. Oh, searching after miracles. Oh yeah, night after night, night after night, night after night.
So this isn't a room you typically see when I'm doing my house cleanups and stuff, and that's because it's my son's room. And today, he had a little bit of a slow start. We were out of the house on time, but he wasn't really in the get up and go kind of thing. So I figured, since he has work tonight, I would come in here and just make his bed and do a real quick vacuum. He's pretty good with all of his stuff in his room, like everything is usually neat and tidy. He does like this blanket over his chair for some reason, but hey, it's his room. He gets to do what he wants. And I'm just going to go through, make his bed. I'm going to do a quick vacuum. Funny thing is, this is the only rug in my house that I get vacuum lines in, and I forgot to show it to you guys, but it's one of those things, right? I know you get to see a lot of vacuum lines on other channels. I typically don't get them on any of the rugs in my house except for this one, and of course I forget. But oh well, here we go. We'll straighten this room up a little bit. So now that I have the laundry in the dryer, I have the dishes done in the kitchen, the living room is somewhat straightened up. Nick's room has been straightened up a little bit. I can finally move into my room, and honestly, my bed does not get made every day. I'm just putting it right out there. I know there are people that get up and the first thing they do is make their bed, and I have done that on slower occasions, usually during the summer. But during school time, it's like as soon as, well, like I've said in the beginning, not as soon as my alarm goes off, because I love that snooze time. Just because it's like, all right, I got 5 more minutes. I got 5 more minutes, and then I got to get up and just go, because that's kind of what it is. As soon as my snooze time is over, it's just get up and go. So honestly, my bed is usually the last thing to be made, if it gets made at all during the day, because you saw, like, as soon as I get up, I'm making lunches, I'm making breakfast, and kind of out the door. So we don't really have time for this, honestly. But today I do. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to make the bed, and then I'm even going to show you how dusty this room gets.
Just from time to time, inside all that greatness and all of your adventures, you're all alone. Hold up, baby, I can't sit.
So you guys just saw me run the vacuum, right? And then I decide that I'm going to dust kind of arse backwards, I guess. But yeah, this is how I'm doing it for some reason. I don't know why I wouldn't have just gone through this and dusted it off first and then run the vacuum, so that I could get all of the dust that I wipe onto the floor from dusting this nightstand. But anyway, you know what? I typically am not on my A game like that. I'm always doing stuff backwards for some reason. I don't know, maybe because I don't plan this stuff out. I think I've said before in previous videos how I don't plan stuff. And maybe if I did, it would help me out in these situations. But anyway, I'm going to just go through what I have on the nightstand here. It's just kind of all my lotions and potions and nail polish remover and you name it. I pretty much have it on this nightstand. Hair ties, hair clips. I think I even have almost a mini drugstore. I don't know. I've got so much stuff on this thing, but it is so dusty. And I've said before, like, thank goodness nobody in the family has like allergies or like dust allergens or any of that kind of stuff, because there is so much dust in my house. And I know it's only because I don't dust enough. Gonna put it out there. I do not dust enough. And I especially, like, this room typically gets the least amount of attention because I'm always either in the kitchen, in the living room, in the laundry room, and the bedroom, yeah, just kind of gets pushed to the back burner all the time, and I kind of let it go. I'm going to be totally honest. I let it go, and it gets this dusty. So, I'm going to dust it now.
Here it goes, with his humble act and everlasting ego.
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't get around. But there's something about you I like, about you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you I like.
So we're coming to the end of the video, and I didn't get nearly as much done as I wanted to in this bedroom. However, I got something done, and sometimes something is better than nothing. I got the nightstand cleared off, I got the bed made, and now I'm going to get a lunch together, or kind of a, I wouldn't call it a lunch, I would call it like almost like a dinner, because Nick goes right from school to work, and I try and give him something to eat between that time, because he does have lunch pretty early in school. Something that kind of hold him over until he gets done work and he can come home and have dinner. But I'm just going to put this stuff that I had on my nightstand back on it, because I do use this stuff almost every night. All of the lotions there that you see, like I pick different ones after I shower, and then all of my face creams, I just leave them out because I use them every night. See, we have a small house and we have one bathroom. So when you have one bathroom, you literally go in there to shower and you get out. Any of your other stuff that you need to do after that, you do in your room, because you know what? The next person's coming in the shower. Oh, by the way, I got the Betty White book for Christmas. Kind of sad I got it for Christmas and then she passed shortly after that. But so far, getting some interesting little tidbits about her. But I'm going to finish up here. I hope you guys have an awesome day. I will see you guys in the next one because I need to get back on the road again. Bye, guys.
If only you knew I would die.